Hi there, this is Jen from modernmedicinelady.com, and today we're going to do some tapping on trusting ourselves to make the best decisions when we have maybe not made the best decisions in the past. So today we're going to do some tapping on trusting ourselves around our decision making, particularly if we've made mistakes in the past and had some failures where we're afraid that we might make some bad choices again. So what I'd love for you to do right now is start thinking about a particular decision that you made that may not have gone so well for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to start tapping, and as with all my videos, you agree to take 100% responsibility for your process. Don't go places that you don't belong. If I say something and the words don't quite fit for you, then change the words to work for you. And also there'll be places where I'm going to offer opportunities for you to fill in the blanks and say what you're thinking and feeling so that you can customize this to work for you. So we're just going to start on the karate chop point. Even though there was that decision I made, and it didn't go the way I expected it to. And instead, what happened? And then I felt really, how did you feel? So it's understandable that I worry that I might make a bad decision again. But I choose to recognize that I learned from this experience. And I am a different person today than I was then. And I accept myself as I am right now. Even though I made a decision that wasn't the best. And the outcome was what happened. And things went differently than I planned. And I felt, how did you feel? And there were consequences. What were the consequences? What happened as a result of making the decision? But I learned from that. And I'm a different person as a result of it. So I accept myself as I am today. Even though I made that decision. And the results weren't what I expected. What happened? And I had to deal with the consequences. What were the consequences? But if I really think about it, maybe there's an upside. Because I did learn. What did you learn? And did anything else positive come out of it? Something you weren't expecting? Or did you just learn? Even if I just learned, I grew from it. And I accept myself as I am today. Top of the head, this decision that I made, it didn't go as I planned. Eyebrow points, this decision that I made. It didn't happen the way I expected it to. Sides the eyes. This decision that I made. It didn't go the way I expected. Under the eyes. This decision that I made. And there were consequences that I wasn't prepared for. Or maybe you were prepared for it, but there were consequences. What were the consequences? Under the nose. This decision that I made. It didn't go as I expected. Under the chin. Under the lip. This decision that I made. I learned from it. Collarbone points. This decision that I made. What did I learn from it? This decision that I made. And all the things I learned from it. Let's just tap on what we learned. What did I learn? I discovered that... What did I discover by making this decision? And I discovered... What else? And I now know that if I were going to do it again, I would do it differently. How would you do it differently? What decisions, what would you do instead? Let's talk about it from this standpoint of, if I could make this decision over again, I would. If I could make this decision over again, I would. If I could make this decision over again, I would. And what I'd like you to do is imagine that you did make that decision instead, and take a minute and sort of, as you're tapping, imagine how life would have unfolded from that decision instead. Moving down an entirely different timeline. And bringing yourself to this point. Is it similar? Are you in a really different place than you are right now? Who are you as a person if you had made that decision instead of the one you made? Did you learn as much? Did you grow as much? How have you benefited from the decision that you did make in who you've become today? Taking this time to recognize how the decision I made me who I am today. Taking time to recognize how the decision I made me who I am today. And just taking a moment and just tapping again on the karate chop point. We're just going to work with a reframe here. So even though I made a decision with an outcome I didn't expect, I did learn from it. And I can recognize that I am the person I am today because of it. And I choose to trust that I can make decisions more effectively because I learned from this. Because I learned from this, I can trust myself to make good decisions. Because I learned from this, I can get support to make good decisions. Because I learned from this, I can take my time and do the research to make a good choice. Because I learned from this, I can turn to my friends and my support system to determine if my next decision is a good one. Because I learned from this, I can trust myself to do what I need to do to make the right decision now. Because I learned from this, I can trust myself to do what I need to do to make the right decision today. Because I learned from this, I can do what I need to do to trust myself to make the right decision. Because I learned from this, I can trust myself to do what I need to do to make the right decision. Because I learned from this, I choose to trust myself. Taking in a deep breath. So I hope you found this helpful. I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. And please, if you haven't already done so, please go over to my website, www.modernmedicinelady.com, and go sign up for my mailing list so that you can stay on top of all of the latest news and interesting things that are going on in my world. Oh, and so that you can receive an awesome magical bundle of gifts for manifesting your heart's desire. Peace.